Greetings, critters. It's Fox here, and welcome to my Burrow of Thoughts, aka my channel, where we talk about everything spooky. And today is going to be a huge spooky season book haul of almost 20 books. I'm not kidding. I have 20 books in this haul. So if I appear to look different halfway through or during the video, it is because my camera battery died. So bear with me, critters. Now settle into your burrows because things are about to get spooky. So the first book I hauled is Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar. What this book is about is there is a town that is divided between adults and children. And when a clown mascot starts murdering the children, trying to rid the town of them, things ensue from there, I assume. Now, I haven't read this book yet, but I grabbed it because I felt like it would be a good alternative to Stephen King's Children of the Corn, I believe it's called. I watched the Shudder remake of the movie and I loved it, so I had to grab this one because the premise reminded me a little bit of that. The next book I grabbed is The Spite House by Johnny Compton. So what this is about is a father and his daughters are paid a handsome sum to be live-in paranormal investigators, but they soon find out that big old paycheck is going to come with an even bigger price. So for me, I really love paranormal investigation stories. I love the paranormal, and I gotta say, I had to grab it just on those merits. The next book that I hauled is called Horror Hotel by Victoria Fulton and Faith McLaren. So what this is about is there's a YouTube channel that goes to an infamously haunted hotel for some content, but they find more than paranormal activity. So I grabbed this, again, paranormal, YouTube, content creator, totally my vibes. I had to, right? The next book I hauled was The Horseman or Horseman by Christina Henry. So what this is about, it is a spin of the Sleepy Hollow story, and when bodies of children are turning up beheaded, all of a sudden the legend of Sleepy Hollow becomes reality. So I grabbed this because I love the original Sleepy Hollow story by Irving. I absolutely adore it. So I figured a spin-off would be a safe bet as long as it honors the original. The next book that I hauled is In the House in the Dark of the Woods by Hunt. So what this is about, and bear with me because I read this and I had a little bit of a time. So, lost and at the mercy of a stranger, a woman must face the horrors and find her way home from a house in the dark of the woods. So I grabbed this because it reminded me of a Grimm Brothers story, and a gothic vibe seemed to be mentioned about it in reviews because I actually did look into this one. I don't want to give too much away because I have already read it, but definitely had Grimm Brother vibes. The next book I hauled is Asylum by Madeline Rowe. Now, the premise of this book is there's students doing a summer program. They find out that their school is built on or had something to do with an asylum or sanatorium, something to that effect, and they go ahead and start investigating the horrors, the paranormal activity, and the mystery, the heartbreaking mystery surrounding the sanatorium. Paranormal investigations. Had to get it. Never read this author. Taking a little bit of a risk. But when am I not okay with that? Another book I grabbed is Old Country by Matt and Harrison Query. So what this story is about is there's a couple that, so there's a couple that get their dream house, but it soon becomes a nightmare when a seasonal entity starts making its presence known and wreaking havoc on their homestead. Being a country liver now and having my own gardens, dogs, and everything like that, the homestead vibe really spoke to me. And there's also a dog mentioned in the premise, so it just felt like it spoke to me on a personal level. So it's also a hardcover and it was a great price. The next book that I grabbed is The Nightmare Man by J.H. Markert. So what this book is about, there is a writer in a small town. His newest book seems to be a blueprint for grisly murders. And his books are based off of nightmares. I myself have nightmares. And the idea that books could be this town's salvation and also a blueprint for murder, totally here for it. It's also a hardcover with rough edges, and I had to. It speaks to me on a personal level with the nightmares. Also, the writer perspective. I wouldn't call myself a writer, but I do enjoy writing, so I think this will speak to me on a personal note. And if not, I still think it's going to be one heck of a read. I'm super. The next book I grabbed is The Thirst by Flint Maxwell. Everyone in the village felt it. Everyone in the village dreaded it. But it was time. The monster had awakened and it was hungry. So this is a short read. I love a good short read. I don't know what the monster is going to be. It could be a creature feature. So we all know that's one of my favorite tropes. And I liked Flint Maxwell's The Whispers. So I bought it. And I'm super stoked to read it. I actually started it for a Halloween read, but it's based in the winter around Christmas. So I'm saving this for a winter read. But I'm so excited to read it because creature features are my vibe. Okay, the next book in my haul is The Witch in the Well by Camilla Bruce. So what this book is about, there is a wrongfully accused woman who is accused of witchcraft, but she is acquitted. But the townsfolk decide we're not going to risk it and drown her in a well. And then a curse ensues from there. But one influencer will come home and find out if the curse is in fact real. So this is a hardcover. It was a great price. I like a good witch story. It does seem to have some sort of paranormal element to it with the whole curse thing. So I grabbed it. Well, critters, that's all from this Den of Frights today. My camera is about to die, so I'm going to leave it at this, at a part 1 of my spooky season haul. I grabbed a lot of books and didn't prepare my battery for this video, so I'm so sorry that it was so short and to the point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your support, your love, for watching, for being here. It means the whole wide and wild wilderness to me, critters. It really does. And until next time, stay cozy and stay spooky. Bye.